Okay, so I think we can start now. Good evening, everyone. For the online guys, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you please confirm me online whether I'm audible or not? Okay, fine. So we can start now. So in last session, which topic we have seen? We have seen the concept of editors, right? Okay, what is the primary function of editors? To insert the content, to edit the content, to modify. How many types of editors we have majorly in Linux? What are those? VA or we can call it as VM. Second one will be Nano. Perfect. So in last session, we have seen about which kind of editor? It is VA editor, right? Fine. So how many modes do we have there? Three modes. What are those? Command mode, insert mode, and save and exit mode. What is the command we use to save and exit? Colon W, Q. W is to save and Q is to correct. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to speak about the concept of users in Linux. Okay. So let me open the text now here. What is the concept for today? Users. So guys, users is going to be very important concept. Okay. So definitely without users, we cannot able to work in the real time. Whenever if you go to any company, first of all, they will create a separate user for you. This is the first thing what they are going to do. My question for all of you is, why we need to have user? What is the purpose of having the user? Why we need to have user? To access something, okay. Like in general also you create some users, right? What is the primary function of to create user? Why we need to create them? For login purpose. Which purpose? See, user primary functionality is to work. But if I want to work, first of all, I need to log in or not, sir? If we have 10 users in the organization, for example, in a company, all of the users are going to have different username, different password. Why? Because every person will have the different works. Not all people are going to do the same work. Okay. For example, if I do file creation, some other people might do the deployment activities. Or if I do some logging activities, some other person might do the monitoring activities. Like this, different people will have the different works in the real time in a server. That is the reason why we are going to create multiple users based upon their work. So here the concept will be users. So users and groups. First of all, why to create user? Any user primary functionality is to work. Okay, to work in a server. But if the user want to work in a server, first of all, you need to log in or not, sir? Definitely you need to log in. So I'm gonna write here as login. Login. So if you want to log into the server, definitely you need to have a user and password. Tell me one thing. If you don't have user and password to server for login, what will happen? Just a basic question. I don't have user and I don't have a password. Can I able to log into server? Why? Yes, we are not authenticated. See, there is a small difference between authentication and authorization. See, I don't think so. Like you might have the proper idea about what is authentication and authorization, but I'll explain very clearly. Can anyone tell me what is the primary difference between authentication and authorization? Difference between authentication and authorization. Authentication means access. Authorization means okay. So let me make it very, very easy for you. Authentication. Authentication means permission. I mean, like simply we can call it as able to log in. Authenticate means whether he can able to log in or not. So simply I am trying to log in. Second one, authorization. Authorization means permission to work. What is the meaning of authorization? Permission to work. So guys, these are the two important things what you need to understand. Again, I'm telling authentication means permission to log in, whether he can be able to log in or not. Authorization means permission to work. See, for example, let's take a small scenario. All of you are coming to class, right? That means you are authenticated. Who you are? Why? Because you are able to log into the class. You are coming to the class. But coming to authorization, all of us are coming to the class. But who is gonna take the class here? It's me. That means I am the authorized person. Authentication means permission to log in, whether he can be able to log into system or not. But whereas authorization means permission to work, whether he can be able to work with the server or not. If I want to authenticate or if I want to authorization, definitely I need to create a user and that user must need to have a password. Otherwise, we cannot log into the server and we cannot able to work in the server. So is the main essence about user clear for all of you know? The main essence of user is to log in and to work in the server. See here, that is what I mentioned. Okay. Why we create a user means user want to log into the server and he want to work into the server. Login can be called as authentication and working can be called as authorization. Fine. Okay, sir. As of now, if we go and see what is the default user for our server, default user EC2. But if I want to go to root user, which command I need to use? Sudo hyphen. So here my major question is why we need to go to the root user? Why not default user EC2? In Linux, the major user, I mean like the main user is gonna be the root user only. He will have the complete permission. But whereas EC2 user will not have the complete permission. Okay. So here I'm writing this point. Root user will have all permissions. All permission. But whereas EC2 user not have all permissions. Okay. So this is the default user. Who is the default user here? EC2. Guys, currently we are using which AMI? Amazon Linux, right? But if you go to Ubuntu, your default user will be Ubuntu user. If you go to CentOS, your default user will be CentOS. Depending upon the AMI, what we are going to choose, the user is going to be vary. See, as of now here we are using the Amazon Linux, so default user will be EC2. But if I go to Ubuntu, which user will come? Ubuntu. And if I go to CentOS, but root user will be common. Root user will be common for every flavor. Okay, but depending upon the flavor, the default user will be changing. Okay, sir, that's fine here. How exactly we are going to create the user in the Linux? The command will be simple. User add. If you want to create a user in our operating system, we need to give the command called user add. For example, I want to create a user called Raham. So this is to create a user called Raham. If you want me to show it, go and give here user add. Name of the user will be Raham. Hit enter. Is the user got created now? Of course, sir, you said that user got created, but how can I list the user here? What is the command to list the users? Absolutely wrong. Sir, ls is the command to list the file, sir. But here what I created? Where is the user coming, man? Okay, this is the primary mistake that all of you are going to do. See, whenever if you go to interview, if they ask how to list or what is the command to list, you are going to tell by default ls. But depending upon the user, the list command will change. For file, the list command will change. And some other parameters, the list command will be changing. Fine then, if I want to list the user, how can I list? The command will be very easy. There is a command called cat etc pass wd. Pass wd is the file which is residing inside the etc folder. Which folder? And I'm using cat command. What is the purpose of cat command? To show the file called passwd, which is inside the etc folder. Hit enter now. Are you seeing Raham user got created? Now tell me one thing. Is Raham user can be able to log into server or not? Can Raham user, let's see, I created the user called Raham. Can he able to log into server? How many of you say no? Raise your hands. Only one. Ek Niranjana. Okay, what about remaining people? Can you able to log in? The answer is yes. Let me show you. The command to log in as a user in our operating system will be su hyphen name of the user will be Raham. Currently, I'm on which user here? I can able to log in or not, sir? See, if I create a user, I can be able to log into that user. That means authentication will come by default, but authorization will not come. Authentication means what? Login. Authorization means what? Permission to work. See, I'm gonna tell you something here. For example, this user want to create one more user. This user want to create. So I'm giving user add Vijay. Okay, for example, SC. But remember, if you are on non-root user means apart from root user, everybody will call as non-root user only. Again, I'm telling, apart from root user, every user in our operating system can be called as non-root user. Currently, I'm on root user or non-root user. For non-root user, we need to use the command called sudo. Which command? For every command, before every command we are going to run in a non-root user, we need to use here sudo. Hit enter. What it is asking here? Have I given password? I create the user, but have I set the password? No. Then how can I give here? So I cannot give. Now exit from here. If you want to exit, just give Control D. What you need to give? Give Control D couple of times. Now you can see, again I want which user now? Root user. Sir, you said the command to create is user add and name of the user. But how can I give the password? There is a command called passwd. Which command? Passwd and name of the user will be Raham. This is to set password for the user. To set password for the user. Okay. I'll go back here and I'll be giving passwd and what is the name of the user? Raham. Hit enter. I have given the password here. Are you seeing a password got successfully updated here? But you can ask me, sir, where is the password? We cannot able to see. See, in Linux environment, password will not be visible. Again, I'm repeating. In Linux, if you are giving the sensitive information like passwords, tokens, and any other information, sensitive information, it will not be replicated to the console. Okay. So remember, whenever if you are giving giving the username and password, username you can see in the console, but coming to the password, if you are typing any kind of password, that will not be replicated to the console. So while typing the password, try to enter the words carefully. Why? Because first time if you give Raham and capital R, second time you have given the smaller, but you are not able to see it, right? Then how can you identify you have given the correct password? So setting the password is need to be done very, very carefully. The reason is you cannot able to see the password. But at the end of the day, are you getting the token updated successfully? That means my password got set successfully. Okay, sir, previously you don't have password now, but now you have the password. Can I able to go and create the user now? Tell me the command to switch to Raham user. What is the command to switch to Raham user? Su hyphen name of the user. This is to switch to which user? Raham user. So let's go and see here. Su hyphen name of the user will be Raham. Hit enter. Currently I'm on which user? It is telling that Raham user lastly logged in on June 7th at so and so time. And remember, this is not the Indian time zone. it is a UTC time zone. By default, your server will come with the UTC time zone. But if I want to set my Indian time zone, we can set it. I'm going to show in the upcoming days how to set our Indian time zone for our systems. Fine. Now tell me, what is the command to create the user called Vijay user? User add Vijay. But already as we discussed, currently we are on root user or non-root user. For non-root user, what we need to give? Sudo. Hit enter. Now I am giving the password. I given the password, but you are going to get an error. What is the error here? Raham is not in the sudoers file. This incident will be reported. Sir, first of all, you create the user. You log into the user and you try to create the other user. It got failed. The reason is you don't have password. But after setting the password also, are you getting the output here? No. Why? Because it is a common behavior. See, whenever if you create a user in the Linux environment, see, it is my Linux machine. If I create a user inside this server, he can able to log in. That means authentication will come with the help of username and password. But authorization will not come by creating the user. If you want to provide the authorization for a user, you need to add him to the sudo file. Which file? That means if you put a specific user in the sudo file, then only that user will get the permissions. Otherwise, the user will not get the permission. That means here my step number 1 authentication is done. How will I get authenticated? By creating the user. I'm writing here how to get authenticated, sir, by creating the create user and set password. Okay. But if I want to authorize, that means if I want to give permission for that user, I need to add him to the sudo file. Where I need to add him to the sudo file. How to add him to the sudo file means the command will be very easy. Go to the console, come to the root user. If you want to come to the root user, just give Control D. That means shortcut of logout. Instead of logout, just use Control D. Both will be doing the same kind of activities. So now if I go here and give the command va sudo, see here, just come to the bottom here. You can see something called as root user. Or is in the root user? Simply, if you want to remember the line number will be 100. How can I go to the 100th line? Colon. Are you in the 100th line or not, sir? What is the command to copy single line? YY. So I am copying. What is the command to paste? P. What is the command to insert the content? I. So I am using I here. Okay. Sir, now you are going to give permission for which user? Raham user. Which user? So just add the Raham user below the root user. If you add the particular user in the sudo file, then only he is going to get the authorization. Then only he can be able to work. Otherwise, he will not get permission to the work. The process will be very easy. First of all, create the user, set the password, and add him to the sudo file. So if you want to give permission, this is the process. Create the user, set password, and third one will be add him to the sudo file. Sir, now here you added the user called Raham user. Now just come out of this file and now try to log into the Raham user. su-raham. Now use the same command, user add Vijay. So this time it is asking password. Now I am giving password. Hit enter. Now if I give cat etc pass wd, of course use sudo also, it's fine. Are you able to get the Vijay user or not, sir? So this is the way how exactly you are going to give permission for the user. Initially, Raham user will not have any permission. But if you add him to the sudo file, then he is going to get the permission. So this is the process of creating the user, setting the password, and adding him to the which file? Sudo file. Let me write down the steps for all of you. So here I'm writing the steps for each and everyone to understand. Step number 1 is create user. Step number 2 will be set password. Step number 3 will be add to sudo. That means va sudo file. Which file? Va sudo file. Can we repeat the same process for the Vijay user now? Currently you have the Vijay user, but he will not have any permission. Of course, let's take some other user, if not Vijay. For example, in this time, I'm going to take a user called Siva. Okay, I want to give the permission to work in my system. What is the first step I want to do? See the steps here. What is the step number 1? Create a user. Tell me the command to create a user. User add, correct. So user add and name of the user will be Siva. So now the user got created. So now the user got created. How to check the list of users? Cat, correct. Cat slash etc pass wd. That's it. Now go and check. Are you go? I'll click here. If you go and see, are you seeing the Siva user now? But this is the user, normal user. If I want to set the password, what is the command to set the password? Pass wd. Name of the user will be Siva. So I am going to give the password here. But already I said password will not be visible. And remember, while giving the password, try to give minimum 8 characters for a password. Minimum 8. Okay, that is going to be a good password. Fine. So here I can get the message called successful. Now step number 1, creating the user done. Step number 2, setting the password done. Now step number 3, if I want to give permission for that user to work, how can I give? Add him to the sudo file. Now go to vi sudo. I need to go to which line here? Line number 100. So just give colon 100. I'm on which line now? I want to copy paste that line. What is the command to copy? YY. What is the command to paste? P. So instead of root user, I want to replace which user now? Siva. Just to go and give here Siva. It is done. Sir, now tell me, if I want to log in as Siva user, which command I need to use? Siva user login, which command? Correct only you are saying. su hyphen Siva. That's it. Currently I'm on which user now? So tell me one thing. Siva user is authenticated user or not? Authentication means login. Is logged in. Siva is authenticated user or not? How can you say is authenticated user? Because he is inside the sudo file. Correct. So now I want to create a user called like Kiran now. But I'm on Siva user. Siva want to create a user called Kiran. Is Siva having the permission now? Yes. So let's go and try. So I'm giving sudo and user add Kiran. So it is asking here password. So I have given the password earlier. So let me give the password. So now you can go and check cat etc pass wd. Of course, if you want to add sudo also, you can add sudo. I'm adding it here. Are you seeing Kiran user got created? So this is the way how exactly you are going to create the user. You are going to set the password and you are going to add the sudo file. Remember guys, whatever the process I said for you, if you go to any company, this is the first process they are going to do for you. For example, if you join on a new company, okay, they are going to give some work for you. Understand the concept, how I am telling. If you join to some company like TCS, after like 1 week or 2 weeks, they are going to give some work for you. So if you want to do the work, where you are going to do the work, you are going to do inside the server. But if you want to do the work inside the server, first of all, you need to authenticate. That means they are going to create a user for you. Next, they are going to give the authorization. That means they are going to give some permission for you. For every user, when he comes to any of the new company, it is the primary function that we are going to do for him. So his process of creating the user and giving permission, clear for all of you know? Everyone. Online, can you please confirm, is the concept clear for all of you or not today? Like how to create the user, is it clear for all of you? Okay, fine. And here a question from Durga sir, Kiran user got created. He is having authorization as well. So guys, you tell me, is he going to have authorization? He won't have authorization, Durga. Okay. And Vikram, sir, how can they assign our email and password to server also? There is a thing called SMTP server. From that server, they are going to authenticate your email also, Vikram, which you are going to see in the upcoming days. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up the SMTP server and how to get the emails for our respected like servers also. Fine. Let me add the command here. Cat etc pass wt. This command is to list the users. Okay. And next question here is going to be, sir, you shown us how to create the user, but how to create the group. Before going to understand the concept of the groups, let me show you one thing here. Whenever, if I create a user, so guys, listen this concept very carefully. It's very, very important. Whenever if I create a user, for every user, we get two things by default. Okay. First thing will be for a user, automatically group will be assigned. For a user, automatically group will be assigned. First one. And second one, for every user, automatically a folder is also going to be assigned. What is going to be assigned here? That means if you create a user, for that user, you will get a default group and you are going to get the default. Let me show you. Sir, how many users we created? Raham, Vijay, Siva, 4 users, right? So if I go and list the groups, the command to list the group will be cat etc group. Which one? Group. Are you seeing the Raham group here? Are you seeing the Vijay group here? Are you seeing the Siva group? Yes. And you are seeing the Kiran also. That means as per the diagram, whenever if I create the user, by default, a default group will be coming with that user. Second one will be same thing. If I create a user, by default, a folder will come. Now, how to check the folder? See, if I give the command call ll/home, ll/home. Are you seeing the Vijay folder here? Are you seeing the Siva folder? Raham is there, Kiran, and by default easy to user. So these are the default things that comes with a user. Tell me, what are the default things we get as a user here? A default group as well as a default folder. If you create number of users, that many number of groups will come and that many folders will come. Fine, sir. Similarly, now my doubt is, if I create a group, will I get a user? No, I won't get. If you create a user, you can get a group, but reverse will not happen. So if I create a group, user will not be created. Let me show you. The command to create a group will be group add. Which one? Let me go and give the command group add. For example, I want to create a group called DevOps. Which group? DevOps. Now give the command cat etc group. Oh wait, group. Are you seeing the group called DevOps now? So command to create the user is pretty straightforward. User add, name of the user. And command to create the group will be group add. Instead of user, we are going to put here group. That's it. Group add. And name of the group will be DevOps. So group add, I'm going to give the name as DevOps. Sir, what is the command to list the group now? Cat etc. No. Pass wd is for user, but here I am listing the group now. So give the command cat etc and group. This is to create a, to list a group, not to create. It is to list a group. Of course. So now you have the user and you have the group. So whenever if you go to organization, multiple people are going to be added to a single group. For example, in a server, there are a lot of users. Some people might be developers, some people might be testers, and some people might be DevOps engineer. Sir, if I want to add all the people to a single group called DevOps, how can I add? For example, see, in my company, Vijay and Siva as well as Raham, these 3 people are DevOps engineers, as well as Kiran is developer. Now I want to add Raham user, Vijay user, and Siva user to the DevOps group. How can I add? It is very straightforward. But before that, go and check ID of DevOps. ID of, oh sorry, not ID of DevOps. Give ID of Raham. Currently, Raham is on which group here? Raham is on which group? Only Raham group. If I go to ID of Siva, Siva is on which group now? Shiva group. Okay, but if I want to add Raham user to the DevOps group, the command will be very easy. User mod hyphen A. Hyphen A is for adding. Hyphen A is for what I am adding. I am adding to a group. Okay, what is the name of the group here? DevOps. What is the name of the group? And what is the user I am adding here? Raham. Hit enter. Now, if I give ID of Raham, are you getting the group called DevOps here? So this is the way how you are going to add a particular user to the particular group. So again, I'm repeating. Previously, if I give ID of Raham, I'll get the Raham user ID. Here, UID stand for user ID and GID stand for group ID. And Raham is a part of how many groups here? Only one group. But I decided to add this Raham user to the group called DevOps. So user mod is the command. Hyphen A stand for adding. What is hyphen A? And G stand for group. What is the name of the group? And which user I want to add to DevOps group? Raham. So is the command clear for all of you know? Everyone. Online, can you please tell me is the command of adding the user to group clear for all of you or not? Fine then. Okay, sir. Here next, here if you want to add the user called Siva to the DevOps group, how can you add? By using the above reference command. Can you tell me how to add it? User mod hyphen A G. I want to add DevOps group to which user? Shiva. And give Siva. Now give ID of Siva. Are you seeing it now? So in this way, you are going to add the user to the group. So this is the same command what exactly you are going to use in the real time also. Let me go and check you. This is to add user to a group. So you can pick any of the user and you can pick any of the group. So is the command clear for all of you now? So now you can take these notes in the meanwhile. All of you like take these notes for a second. Okay, then fine. So these are the some of the basics like what you need to understand about a user. Of course, there are some other commands also. Don't worry here. For this part, it is enough for as of now. So next concept I'm going to teach you is about sed command. Which command? So guys, this sed command is going to be very, very important in the real time. Okay. So first of all, what is a sed command? Okay. Let me explain you what exactly is sed. Sed stand for stream editor. What is the meaning of sed here? What is the main purpose? The main purpose of using sed command is to replace words in a file. For example, if I want to replace any particular word inside my file, so I can use the command called sed command. Let me go and show some practical work for you, so you'll be getting some clarity. So let's create a file and try to install try to write some content on it. So I'm giving the VM file1 here. Of course, you can give whatever name you want. I'm gonna give hi all. My name is Raham. Okay. Raham is teaching DevOps. Okay. And after that, today's topic is Linux. Okay. So I'm writing some content here, for example. So now here, what exactly will happen, if I go to cat file1, I want to replace a word called DevOps with some other word called AWS, for example. In that case, how I can do? So there is a command called sed command. Which command? Sed-i s slash. Okay. What is the word I want to replace? I want to replace with Java, for example. Okay. What I want to replace with? Java. And what is the name of the file here? File1. Now you can see cat file1. Is the word DevOps replaced with Java or not, sir? So in this way, you can be able to replace. Again, I'll explain here one more time. See, I want to replace the word Java with DevOps again. What is the command I can use to replace? Sed-i s slash. I want to replace Java with DevOps. Okay. And in which file I want to replace? File1. Now go and see cat file1 here. Are you able to see that one now? So in this way, you can be able to replace. Now you will be getting a doubt, sir. Directly we can use VM file1 and we can go here instead of DevOps. Can we replace Java or not, sir? But why you are telling that command? It is very simple. You can directly go to the file. You can go insert and you can modify the content. You can come out of. So if you do in this way, are you do you need to remember that full length of command? If you do in this way, for example, come to the file, edit the file manually. Do we need to remember that much of lengthiest command? Then which one is easy? This one only, right? Okay. Now I'll ask you a question, sir. Here you are replacing only one word. For example, in the file, whatever the file you have 100 times. The word DevOps is 100 times in your file. Now are you going to replace for 100 times, sir? Is it practically possible? It's not possible. That is the reason why we need to use set command. See, editing manually will take a lot of time. Here, see how many times the DevOps word is there. Let me show you. So now I want to search for a word called DevOps. Which command I can use? Grep command. Which command? Grep. What is the name of the word? DevOps. And in the file? File1. I want to get the count. What is the count here? That means, am I going to replace 21 times? No? It's going to be very, very difficult or not, sir? See, in this many times you are having the word DevOps. So you cannot go to the file and you cannot replace manually. If you do it, it is going to take a lot of time. For that purpose, now let me show you. If I go and give the command sed-i s slash, I want to replace which word? DevOps. With which word? Java. In the file of file1. Now go and search for word called DevOps. Are you getting any word DevOps in file1? No. Even though if I see cat file1, you cannot file DevOps. You are only able to file Java. So this is the importance of understanding the sed command. Without learning the sed command, okay, writing the scripting and doing the deployments will be very, very difficult. Let me tell you one small scenario here. I think in the day 1 or day 2, I shown you the Tomcat script, right? How many seconds it took to deploy the Tomcat? 1 second. Okay, right? So if you go to my Tomcat script here, in this script, are you seeing sed command here? If I use sed command, then only I can be able to write that script. If I don't use sed command, can I able to write that script? If I can't write that script, it will take 1 minute for me to set up. Okay. So remember, set command will be saving a lot of time while writing the scripts and while doing the deployment activities also. That is the reason definitely every DevOps engineer need to understand the SED concept. Fine then. So just come out of this file now. Sir, let me decrease some files like lines here. Why? Because this file seems to be very, very lengthy. Let me go to the top and let me delete some lines here. Okay. Totally how many number of lines we are having here? Can anyone tell me how many number of lines we are having here? You can see it, right? 35 lines. Let me delete some lines here. I'm using dd command. I put 100 dd. That means 100 lines are going to be removed here. Now see, I'm using the command cat file one. Now this time I want to replace two words. I want to replace Java with Python and I want to replace Linux with Unix. How many words I'm going to replace? Sir, you know how to replace single word, but now how to replace multiple words? Very easy. First of all, tell me how to replace Java with Python. Sed hyphen I / Java with Python. Okay. And give colon. I'm using colon here. Okay. Go to the insert and give colon. And again, / second word, Linux with Unix. That's it. And what is the name of the file? File one. That's it. What is showing here now? Unterminated. Yes. Why? Because are you seeing slash symbol here? Slash. If you go to the first one, slash is missing or not, sir? But after putting the slash, is it working or not? Slash will play very, very major role. If you don't give the slash properly, it is going to be very, very difficult for all of you. Now go and give the command call cat file one. If you go and see, Java is replaced as Python. In Linux is replaced as. So that means with the help of set command, can I able to replace multiple words or not, sir? Like that. So let me give this one for you. So to replace a single word, this is the command. Of course, here you can put word one and word two. Okay. So I'm going to write here word one and word two for the simplicity. Instead of Java and Python, I'm going to put word one and here word two. Okay. To replace word one with word two. Similarly, if I want to replace multiple words, how can I do? Same. But give colon again / here word 3 with word 4 in the file called file 1. It is to replace multiple words. To replace multiple words. That's it. Is it clear for all of you now? So this semicolon meaning is termination. That means this word is replaced by here. Next one will start from here. And you can ask me, sir, what is the meaning of yes? Yes stand for search here. What is the meaning of yes here? And semicolon stand for termination. That means this word is searched and this word is replaced. So this function is done. Now again I am searching for second word. If you don't give termination, it's gonna think like again you are going to replace word 1, word 2, word 3 with word 4. Okay, the complete command is gonna be changed. So is it clear for all of you now? Now I'll show something for you which is gonna be very, very difficult to understand, but again it's very easy. But before I go for the next command, so is the first command and second command clear for all of you know? Online, can you please confirm are these above two commands clear for all of you or not? Okay, fine. So next here, sir, for example, what I'm going to do is go to the file one here. In this file one, so in this line, okay, in this line, I'm going to add Unix on 2 times. Okay, I can remove all of them. Why? Because I want to make it very simple for you to understand. See, in this line, how many times I'm having Unix here? How many times? 2 times. Now see, you cat file 1, you can clearly see that Unix is having 2 times in a single line. Now I want to replace Unix with Linux. What is the command I can use? Sed hyphen I, a slash. I want to replace Unix with Linux, right? And in the file call. Now if you go and see, this word is going to replace only one time. First time it replaced it, but second time still you are seeing. Why, sir? What is the reason? Using the. So whenever if you want to replace multiple words, sed command you can use. But sed command will not replace the words in single line. If you have the multiple word in the single line, sed command will not work like this. In that case, if you put G, I'm adding here G, hit enter. G stand for globally. What is G stand for? That means by default, if you have same word in same line for multiple times, it is going to work now. Just go and check here. Is it working or not, sir? Like that. Now, similarly, let's replace Linux with Unix. Okay. Now tell me, use sed hyphen I, a slash. I want to replace Linux with Unix, and I need to give G. Why? Because there might be some same words in the same line for multiple times. So we don't know, na? So better to always use G. And what is the name of the file? File 1. Is it replaced now? You got replaced as Unix, and here also you got replaced as Unix. So here hyphen G is gonna play very, very crucial role. Why? Because if we have the duplicate words, duplicate means what? Repetitive words. So it is gonna find and it is gonna replace. Let me add this one for you. This is to replace same word multiple times in same line. Clear now? And here S stand for search, and G stand for globally. What is the meaning of G here? Globally. So by this, you can able to replace single word and you can be able to replace multiple words. But sir, here my question is, can you replace one entire line? I want to replace one entire line, not words. I want to replace one entire line. How can I replace? Very easy. See, for example, if I go and give the command cat file 1, how many number of lines you are having here? Total. 4 number of lines. See, I want to replace the line number 2. How can I replace a particular line? So the command will be sed hyphen I. Which line I want to replace? 2C. 2C stand for change second line. Okay. I'm writing here. This line is replaced. Of course, you can write whatever you want. And in which file you are doing this one? Is the line replaced or not, sir? That means whatever you write here, that is going to print there. Again, sed is the command hyphen I to insert. Okay. Here 2C stand for change the second line. Which line? And whatever the content you write, that is going to be added here. Sir, similarly, I want to replace the fourth line. I want to replace the fourth line with goodbye. How can I replace? Tell me the full command. Sed hyphen I. 4C stand for fourth line. Okay, I want to replace word. It's not goodbye. Okay, it's goodbye. Okay, fine. And what is the name of the file? File 1. So give cat file 1. Is it replaced or not, sir? That's it. Sed is the command. And here I stand for insert. I stand for what? In which line you are inserting? Fourth line you are changing. That's it. So this is the sed command you need to understand. Guys, I'm telling you, sed command and grep command we are going to use extensively in the real time. Without understanding the sed command and without understanding the grep command, writing the script will be very difficult. You cannot write scripts. Why? Because here lively I'm showing you, right? Which is the command I use it here. By using this script, tell me what I have done here. See, by seeing this script, tell me what I have done here. Or let me show you. First of all, explain this line for me. By using sed command, hyphen I, in the line number 57, A stand for adding. I shown you how to change, right? If you want to add a new line, how can you add it? Let me show that one also. For example, see, let me go in, show the file for you. What is the name of the file? File 1. How many lines you are having? Sir, I want to add a new line. I want to add the line number 5. Basically, set command is to replace. You can replace the word. You can replace the line also. But can we add a line? Means, of course, we can add. How to do it means, sed hyphen I, put A. What I need to put here? Here you can see it very clearly, right? Okay. Just to go and give which line you want to add the content. I want to add the content on 5th line. So put A slash hello all. And what is the name of the file? File 1. Now give cat file 1. Is it added or not? No. First of all, just see this one. Is it added or not? Why it is not added? Because here if you go to the script, in the script, how I mentioned this one? In same way or different way? Let me tell you. Of course, like you might think, sir, we are having the slash now. That is the reason like it is not working. Let me give it like this 5A. Is it working now? Why it is not working? Adding the? Okay. Let me tell another way. For example, instead of 5 and A together, 5A. Is it running now? Sir, here it is adding. In the script it is adding, right? But why in the command it is not adding? I have given everything here. But still, what is the reason it is not adding? Let me show you. The difference will be very, very small difference. See. Adding a line from sed command. Let me show you the difference, okay? Here using the A is common. If you go to here, in this box also, I have given A. And even though I have given I. You can see this one. There are different ways to insert a line by using sed command such as A and as well as I command or substitution, okay? But here, if you go to the any example, let me show you. Let me show you one of the example here. This is the first example we are seeing. What is the example here? Sed hyphen I. I'll directly copy paste this example. Why? Because I want to tell one important thing for all of you while using the sed command. Let copy. Let me paste. What is the name of the file? File 1. Now you cat file 1. Is it adding? The reason why it is not adding, let me make it very clear for you. First of all, let me go to VIM file 1. What is the number of maximum lines here we are having for this file? 4. Now I'm leaving some lines here. I'm leaving how many lines now? 12 lines. Now, if I run the same above command and if I check the output, is it adding now? The only difference is previously your file is having maximum 4 lines only. That is the reason why I'm not able to add 5th line. But now I'm adding some like what we call empty lines. After adding the empty lines, am I able to insert the content or not, sir? That is the difference. See, if you want to add a new line, you need to check whether your file is having that many lines or not. If your file is not having that many lines, it is gonna be not acceptable. You can ask me, sir, how to check the number of lines in a file? Very easy. Cat hyphen n, name of the file. How many number of lines you are having? 13. Now I want to add a line in the, I want to add a content in the line number 6. Can I add? In line number 11? In line number 14? Why? Because maximum number of lines are. Let's go and add a line in the 11th. So command will be, tell me the command, sed hyphen I. I want to add the content on which line here? You can see the example here, okay? So 8, instead of I'm gonna put A now. What I'm gonna put here? A. I'm adding thanks. Oh, sorry, not 8. Like I want to add a line number 12. Na? Let me give 12. What is the name of the file? Is it adding now? Thanks. Okay. So like this. So in this way, we are going to add the content. But remember, if you want to add the content, definitely you are going to have the empty lines. If you don't have the empty lines, it is not gonna add the content. Sir, similarly, for example, I want to delete a line, one complete line. So how can I delete? Give the cat file one. I want to delete the line number 4 now. Which line I want to delete? Command is very simple again. Set -I. Which line I'm going to delete? Just to put 4D. What I'm using? 4D. And what is the name of the file? Now go and see. Are you seeing the fourth line here now? Previously in the fourth line you have goodbye. But where is the goodbye here? Got removed. Sir, similarly, I want to remove the second line now. How can I remove? Said -I to D. And what is the name of the file? Here, set is the command, I is the insert, and 2D is nothing but delete the second line. Which line? From which file? File 1. Just go and check now. Second line gone or not, sir? Previously in second line you are having this line is replaced. But where is the second line now? It got removed. So with the help of the sed command, writing the scripting will be very, very easy. The reason why I'm able to set up my Tomcat within less than 1 second means here I use the sed command very extensively. If I don't know this command, if I can't use this command, then writing the script will be very, very difficult for all of you. That is the reason why I am teaching the sed command and grep command. In real time, if you want to do the troubleshooting or if you want to make the scripts automated, so definitely grep and sed command are going to play a very, very major role. And there is one more command called awk. Which command? Awk. This is also going to be very, very important command to understand the script and to write the script. This is also going to be teaching the Linux session for you. So now tell me, is the concept of sed command clear for all of you now? Everyone. Online, can you please confirm, is the concept of sed command clear for all of you or not? Okay. Yeah, please. To delete? Let me show you. Give the command cat-n name of the file. How many lines you are seeing now? 12 lines. If I delete one more line, that is going to become 11. Okay. If you want me to show sed-I, I want to delete the first line. So put 1D and name of the file will be. I delete which line now? First line. So line got deleted. Previously, how many number of lines I'm having? But now 11 only. Seeing 11. That's it. Multiple lines also you can delete. So just put comma and which line you want to delete. You can delete like that. Okay. So wait, last command is to delete, right? So I'm gonna put 4D. To delete fourth line. So in today's class, what is the first concept we have seen here? First one is about users and groups concept. Second one is about sed command. Which command? What is the full form of sed command? Stream editor. Why we need to use this stream editor command? To replace a word in a, of course, not only replace, you can add, you can delete, and you can do a lot of stuff. Okay. What is the primary intention to learning this command? Primary intention to writing the scripts and to do the troubleshootings. Fine. Okay, guys. So here we have seen couple of Linux concepts now. Now I'm gonna show you how to monitor the server. Basically, it is the last class concept for all of you. but here I'm gonna just give a small overview for all of you. Before I go and explain, have you ever heard about the Prometheus and Grafana here? Prometheus and Grafana. None of you? Okay, online, like from your end. Have you ever heard about Prometheus and Grafana? Okay, not fine. Let me tell you something. Like I'll go and ask ChatGPT here. I think all of you know ChatGPT at least. See guys, I'm going to tell you one real-time activity and you can understand how much of automation we are going to learn. I'm asking ChatGPT here, how much time required to set up Prometheus, Grafana and Node Exporter. I'm asking this, okay, how much time you require to set up Prometheus, Grafana and Node Exporter. Sir, for installing the Prometheus, how much time it is telling? On an average, we can take 10 minutes. Okay, least time. For installing Node Exporter, I'll take 5 minutes only. And for even Grafana, how many minutes? So if you compare 10 plus 5 plus 10, what is the value? 25 minutes, right? But here I'm going to tell you one thing. Here, ChatGPT is telling that it is going to take 25 minutes on an average. But here I'm going to do within 25 seconds. How many seconds? Trust me, everything, this Prometheus, Grafana, Node Exporter, all of them are going to set up within 25 seconds. How many of you believe it is possible to set up all of them on 25 seconds? You can raise your hands. Okay, some people, mostly 3 to 4. Fine. Let me show this lively for you. So in my all setups, there is something called as script. Okay, the script name is gonna be, let me show you. PGN. Are you seeing the PGN here script? The script name itself is PGN. Why? Because Prometheus, Grafana, and Node Exporter. Okay, I set it up on my own way. You can set up whatever name you want. What I'll do is I'll copy the script here. I'll copy the script. I'll go to my server. And I'm going to run this script for all of you. How much time I set for you? 25 seconds. So if anybody is having the stopwatch, you can calculate now. Prometheus done within 3 seconds. Now Grafana is installing. So Grafana installation done. And final one will be Node Exporter. Done. How much time it took? Is anyone calculated? Tell me, is it within less than 25 seconds or not, sir? Only seconds. Okay. Now you can ask me, sir, you are telling that it is got installed. But how to get the proofs? I'll show you the proof. Wait. Just go to the server and copy the public IP address. Okay. Prometheus port number will be 9090. Which one? You can see the dashboard of Prometheus. Are you able to see? And Node Exporter port number will be 9100. Are you seeing the Node Exporter matrix here? And finally, Grafana dashboard port number will be 3000. Are you seeing it now? Is it loading or not, sir? Let me log in it very quickly and let me show you how to monitor this particular server. Like it's going to be very, very amazing. Like password, I don't want. I can skip it now. You can go and see here. I'm going to show you how to lively monitor your application or like your server. It is very, very easy process. And one more thing, as of now, you don't worry about this process. I'm just showing you how much of automation I'm going to teach you. Okay. Name of the thing will be Prometheus. It's IP address. Fine. So now let me show some beautiful dashboard for all of you. So click on save and test. Give me a second, guys. I think charging is draining here. Yep. So click on build the dashboard, import the dashboard. ID will be 1860. Now you can see some dashboard here in the console. Are you able to see it now? Are you able to see dashboard or not? This is the way how exactly you are going to do the monitoring of your server. Lot of people will think server monitoring is very difficult, but it is very easy. To install Prometheus, Grafana and Node Explorer, I took 25 seconds. And to set up the dashboard, how much time I took? Within less than 1 minute, everything got completed or not, sir? Now imagine ChatGPT is telling that all of you know ChatGPT is very advanced tool. But ChatGPT is taking 25 minutes. But in our course, how much time we are taking? Less than 25 seconds. That means we are going for more automation or not, sir? So coming to our course, already I said our course will be completely 100% automated course. Whatever the stuff you are going to learn, that is equivalent to 3 to 4 years of experience. Okay. So coming to the experience and all, you are not going to worry about anything. Why? Because you cannot find automated scripts like this anywhere. That's for damn sure. Even you can check ChatGPT is taking 15 minutes of time for Tomcat, but how much time we took? But for Prometheus Grafana, it's taking 25 minutes. But how much time we took? Only 25 seconds. So like that, everything we are going to do within seconds. In real time, if people are working for hours, I'm going to teach you how to do the same work within minutes. But in real time, if people are taking minutes to do the work, I'm going to teach you how to do the same work within seconds. So this is the high level overview about our course. And one more thing also, I want to share for all of you. This happened like today actually. There is a guy called, sorry, it's not guy actually, this time it's a girl. So there is a girl called Anupriya actually. She's my previous student. And you don't believe, she's completely from different background. You know, chemistry, right? BSc chemistry. It's not from even IT also. So today I got this message from her. So she got so and so offer letter from so and so company. I asked her the package. You know what is the package she got? 4 LPA. How much? For a fresher from non-IT background, after taking this course, she got the package of 4 LPA. Previous guy was 5.5 and other previous guy was 5. So coming to the jobs, you are not going to worry about anything. Even you can get the jobs as 5 LPA, 4.54. Everything is possible. But the only thing you want to do is investment on yourself. Invest 2 hours of time for all of you per day. That is going to be maximum enough. Whatever the knowledge that I'm going to provide for you, it is more than enough to crack interview for all of you. But getting the job is depending upon whose hand here. It's on my hand or your hand. Basically, it's on both hands. From my side, I'm going to give my 100% for all of you. But you need to check whether you are able to put your 100% of efforts or not. So already as I discussed, here we are going to provide the lab assistance for all of you, okay? You can come to the lab, you can interact with me. We have the mentors to solve your doubts and queries. And weekly, I'm going to provide the assignments as well as weekly, again, you are going to have the mock interviews. So everything will be provided, okay? So that's it about the Linux part and the monitoring part. Here it's just a demo. I just shown you how to monitor, okay? But again, everything step by step, I'm going to explain in the classes for all of you. So by this, the Linux session is completely done for all of us. And from tomorrow's class, what I'm going to start? So tomorrow is going to be the day one of demo, like DevOps. Whatever the sessions till now we have completed, this entire sessions you are going to get as a backup. Again, the Linux batch is going to start. In the Linux batch also, same commands you are going to learn initially. Okay. That means your real course will begin from tomorrow itself. So in tomorrow's session, I'm going to start Git for all of you. So that is the day one of the DevOps itself. Till now, what we learn is basics of what we require to learn DevOps. That's it. So now, before going for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for all of you today? The class good for all of you? Online, can you please confirm how's the class for all of you today? Online? Okay. So it was good from all of you. That was great. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the response. So the only thing that I want to intimate for all of you is, guys, what are the notes that I'm gonna give, resumes and everything? So you are going to get from Google Classroom only. So how many of you got the Google Classroom access till now? Raise your hands. Okay, all of you got the access, sir. And how many of you done with your registration for the course? I mean, like payment. So the guys, people who are done with the payment, so please go and ask your admin, okay? If your payment is done, you'll be getting the Google Classroom access. And the people who haven't done the payment, so by tomorrow you need to complete. But basically, it is the last day for today. And from tomorrow, if you done the payment, then only the admin is going to allow for you to the session. And even for online also, the link is going to be changed on tomorrow's session. So try to complete your registration and payment by tomorrow itself. That's it. And how many you are like attending from day one here? Raise your hands. So this question is only for you. So you almost all done with like 1 week of classes, right? So how's this 1 week of classes for all of you? The reason why I'm asking is why, because you are since from the starting of the course, now. I mean, like a lot of people might have some doubt whether to join in this course. Okay, so at least listen to 4 to 5 classes. Okay, then you can get some clarity how I am teaching, how the way of methodology I'm using, everything you'll get some clarity. After getting the clarity, if you feel satisfied, then only join here. Okay, and if you want to know more about me, so just go to the Naresh IT website and you can see the reviews there. Look at the reviews. Okay, look at the reviews. After seeing the reviews only, you'll be getting some clarity how the way of explanation, the way of content delivery of me, and the way of interacting. You can get feedback from lot of students. Then if the feedbacks are satisfactory for you, and the classes are satisfactory for you, and even the content is satisfactory for you, so then you can complete your registration process. That's it. So from lot of people from day one, it was good. It was great from all of you. Thank you. Okay, so now it's time for our doubts and queries. So now online and offline. If you are having any doubts or any queries, you can raise your hand. So online, you can raise your hand, and offline. So guys, you have the chance to ask the doubts and queries. Please go ahead now. Any queries? No queries, huh? Man, like, see, if you are having any queries, feel free to ask me. Okay. So the environment, whatever that I'm gonna create for all of you, it's gonna be very friendly environment. Okay. So if you are getting any doubt, don't hesitate. Like I'm a faculty. If you ask me, like I'm gonna alert you. It's not like that. Okay. It's a two-way communication. Whatever the doubt, it might be small doubt or it might be very big doubt. Don't hesitate to ask me. You can have the complete freedom to ask any kind of doubt from me. Okay. So I'll be going with the online queries now for some time. So offline, please listen to the online queries here. First of all, here, Navant, you can go ahead, Navant. I gave the unmute option for you, Navant. You can go ahead and speak now.
Hello,
Yeah, tell me.
sir. I am staying in Mumbai. Okay,
Yep.
and actually, already I have eight years experience as a production support engineer.
Okay.
Actually, I was passed out in 2012.
Mm.
From 2012 to till I did production support engineer job.
Yeah, I got your query. Basically, from production, like your query is how to switch to DevOps and production engineering, right?
Yes, yes. So this
See,
course is beneficial for me to get job.
I'll tell you. So basically, Navant, guys, listen here. So we have a student called Navant. So previously worked as a production support engineer. The meaning of production support engineering means so monitoring as well as troubleshooting the servers and everything will include here. So Navant, as of now, like you know complete things about server and you can monitor and you can troubleshoot them. So if you learn the DevOps, you can be do the entire process. So basically, we're in the last phase of the SDLC. But whereas if you can learn this DevOps from the deployment to troubleshooting, everything you can do with your own hands. And your profile will come under career transition. So in DevOps, it is very quite often to go for career transition. So don't worry about this one. I'm gonna guide you how to put your current experience and how to convert the current experience into DevOps experience.
Okay, okay, okay. And one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, means you provide placement for which location?
See, placement, it's majorly for Hyderabad only, like Navant, okay? And it is placement as well. It's not placement guarantee. Na? So we'll be like delivering some openings for all of you from this course. So it depends upon different locations. So sometimes it can be Bangalore, sometimes it can be Mumbai, sometimes it can be Hyderabad. Okay.
Okay. So means is there a chance to get job in Mumbai?
That you need to speak with admin Navant. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Thank you. So, and here one more question is from Durga. Sir, like you want to join on both Python and DevOps due to some issue, I can only join in one course. Guys, I'm telling you, never ever try to join two different courses parallelly. It's gonna be very, very difficult for you to manage. Why? Because I have seen a lot of students. Is anyone there here? Parallel student, like taken two trainings. So never ever try to do it. Why? Because I'm telling you now, if you take two different courses at a single time, it's gonna be very difficult. You cannot manage. Why? Because if you come here, IT is DevOps. If you go there, you can get some Python and any other thing. So you cannot practice this one and you cannot practice that one also. So eventually, at the end of the day, you are going to get the complete mess up. Focus on one course, and after that, you can go to other course. So Durga, in your case, you can start DevOps now. Once if you done with the course of DevOps, then you can go for the Python. Okay. Hope it is clear for you. And Syed, of course, Sirajuddin, you can able to delete the single line or single word or multiple words from a single file or multiple files also. So that is the thing I'm going to show in the upcoming days for you. Don't worry about it. So next here, Nag, you can go ahead, Nag.
Hello, sir. Good evening. This is Nag from Mysore.
Yeah. Good
Sir,
evening, Nag.
I'm a senior software professional with 20 years of experience as project manager.
Nag, I'm
Implemented
not
all.
able to hear you. Can you please speak a little bit louder if it is possible for you?
Sir, I'm a senior software professional
Okay.
with 20 years of experience as project manager. Implemented Oracle ERP,
Okay.
and I took a break and ran a business, my own business, and now I plan to get back to this domain. And what is the success rate for a senior person as well as the career
Can you let
gap?
me know like what is the gap you are having for your career?
Uh, since 10 years, I'm running a business.
Since 10 years. So previously 20 years you worked as a software engineer, but from past 10 years you are working like on your own business, right?
Yes, software engineer means as a project manager. I was managing teams implementing Oracle.
Okay. So what I suggest you is definitely need to put at least 3 to 4 years of experience like Nag. Why?
Okay,
Because see having this much of gap, no company is gonna accept. But if you put some experience, then it's gonna helpful for you. So I'll guide you how to put some experience in this DevOps for you. Okay.
okay. And what kind of role I will be getting after this completion of this course?
What kind of?
Role, role or position or role? Will
So
they accept?
basically, as per your experience, people will expect at least a team leader position from like your experience. Why? Because having 20 years means it's not a small thing, na? So
Okay.
definitely will be coming under the lead management.
Mm. Okay. So
Yep.
the gap won't be a problem, and attaining this knowledge won't be a problem, in the industry for me.
I'll guide you now. See, basically, if you learn the DevOps, that's gonna be very good choice. Why? Because DevOps is completely methodology. So you need not to learn everything from the scratch itself. Already you know have some knowledge in the software, so it will become very easy for you to understand. And apart from DevOps, I'll guide you like how to learn some other technologies for your like lead position.
Okay. And yeah, thank you for your insights, Mr. Raham. And I'm really great that for the past 5 years, for the past 1 week, you've been teaching an excellent somehow to the even to the non IT or a person who have forgotten the subject. It is awesome, amazing from your end. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Nag. Thanks for your insights. Yeah. Have a great day. Next, Akshita, you can go ahead now. Akshita, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Akshita.
Yeah, hi sir. Actually, I mean, whatever you are explaining, everything is good for me. But I requested the admin to give the access for the Google classwork, but I didn't get that.
Okay, so basically, Akshita, for online, like they are going to give access for all of you at a single time. Okay, why? Because they are getting lot of requests from the WhatsApp, na. So might be they might miss your messages sometime. I'll inform to the admin, Akshita. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akshita. Right. Next, Sai Krishna, you can go ahead now. Okay. Next, Ravi, you can go ahead, Ravi. Ravi Teja.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Sir, actually, I'm having 1.5 experience in our Linux admin and AWS admin. Actually, currently
Okay.
also I'm working. But here my doubt is now I'm looking for a DevOps engineer. Actually, I need to move to DevOps engineer. So actually,
Definitely
I
need to
have
learn DevOps. Why? Because Ravi,
yeah.
like guys, I'll tell you one thing. So listen to it very carefully. Lot of people who might think like only cloud and only Linux is enough for the job, you are in a wrong path. I'm telling you, with the only help of the cloud, you cannot get the jobs. But because there are some hundreds of students who have done the AWS course, I mean like not AWS, like there are some cloud courses. If you do the cloud course and if you are expecting a job, definitely you need to go for certification. I'm telling the real scenario. If you do the cloud course and if you want to get the job, definitely certification will be mandatory. Only cloud is not enough to get this job in these days. If you done the cloud, definitely need to go for certification. But whereas if you do cloud and DevOps, then certification is not required. Why? Because there are a lot of jobs with a combination of both cloud and DevOps. So like Raviteja, in your case, as of now, you're working on DevOps, sorry, like you are working on Linux as well as this cloud. If you learn DevOps, so you'll be getting more opportunities to switch in the upcoming days. Hope it is clear. Fine. So guys, that's it for today's session. So in tomorrow's session, we are going to start the day one of DevOps. Okay. So by tomorrow's session, please make sure you are done with two things. First of all, creating of your AWS account. Second thing is complete registration. Why? Because I'm telling you the classes. But if you don't have Google Classroom access, you cannot see the notes and you cannot able to practice. Okay. Once your registration got done, we are going to create one Telegram channel for all of you for your communication. What are the doubts and queries you are getting? You can post your doubts and queries on Telegram channel. We have the mentors there, and even I'll be part of your Telegram channel, and you have the post students also. And apart from Telegram channel, we are also going to provide the resumes, interview questions for your like upcoming days in the Google Classroom. Okay. So please try to get the Google Classroom access as soon as possible. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you. Thank you, online.